Okay, so hopefully Mendelian genetics is making sense for you guys. I decided to make a video to show how to do these two examples, so hopefully it's clear how to do it step by step. So we'll start with example 1. And it tells us that tall is dominant over short. And it wants us to show a cross of homozygous short plant with a homozygous tall plant. So we can go back up to our chart here, and they've already given us letters, so we use a capital T for tall and a small t for short. So I always start by writing that in just so you know what your alleles are. Capital T for tall, little t for short. And then you can start by writing out your parents. So our first parent is homozygous short. So we know homozygous means you have two of the same allele, and since it's short, we have two small t's, and we're crossing that with a homozygous tall. So again, homozygous, two of the same allele, but this time two big t's. So make your Punnett square, your 4x4 grid, and we'll put the one parent here at the top and the other at the side. And then you're just going to do a simple cross. So we have big T, little t, big T, little t, big T, little t, and again big T, little t. So always end by writing out your genotypes and your phenotypes. So our genotypes in this case are just big T, little t. You have 4 out of 4, or 100%. And your phenotypes, hopefully you realize, since we have one big T and tall is dominant in this case, all 4 plants will be tall. So 100% of the offspring will be tall in that case. If we look down at example number 2, we have curly hair being recessive, straight hair is dominant. Okay, so before we start writing out the parents, let's write that out. So I'll use a capital S for straight and a little s for curly. And it tells us we have a woman with curly hair, and she marries a man who is homozygous dominant for straight hair. So hopefully you realize again, since curly is recessive, the only way for the woman to be curly is if she is homozygous recessive. So the woman has to be little s, and we're crossing that with a man who's homozygous dominant, so he would have 2 big S's since he's homozygous. And again, if you'll cross that, you'll see it would be exact same as the one we just did. 2 little s's, 2 big S's, and each of the offspring would have 1 copy of the dominant allele and 1 copy of the recessive allele. So again, our genotypes would be just S, big S, little s, 100% of the time. And our phenotypes would all be straight hair, since they all have 1 copy of the dominant allele. So hopefully that makes sense. Try out the practice problems, and when we come back from Thanksgiving break, we'll probably have a quiz, or we'll do some more problems to practice on that. Okay.